Hello, sheeple. It's Wednesday, the 22nd of November, and I want to give you an up to the minute report of the Palestine Israel conflict. Maybe a bit rushed, but it won't be the lies and rubbish that you'll hear on the mainstream media. I'm Otis Moonlight, Queensland, Australia. Check me out on BitChute or Rumble because they're the platforms that won't censor the crap out of me, like YouTube or TikTok or something like that. TikTok, I'll try posting it there, but they'll probably just ban it. Anyway, let's get straight to it. Israel, Palestine, a real massacre. And, how are us sheeple, how are us pathetic sheeple handling this? This planet is just so inverted, perverted. Anyway, in this game of death, it seems to have been arranged that 50 of around 240 Israeli prisoners to be released in exchange for a 4-day ceasefire and the release of a few of the, I'm not sure how many, but a few of the 150 Palestinian prisoners. Seeing as though they haven't been labelled as Hamas, they are probably completely innocent Palestinian citizens. And I'm surprised Israel even takes prisoners. Gaza gets an extra day of ceasefire for every 10 prisoners released. Though a ceasefire will allow humanitarian efforts time to bring in aid, after the ceasefire, Israel is very, very clear. They're going to continue leveling Gaza until Hamas is no more. What the media don't tell you is that apparently, in order to avenge and force the return of roughly 240 Israeli citizens taken hostage on October the 7th in the Hamas attack, which was clearly allowed by Israel to happen, Israel is more than prepared to kill its own citizens if they get in the way to save the kidnapped citizens. And along with this, they're going to kill every single certainly want to kill every single Palestinian citizen, man, woman, or child. Israeli conduct in this conflict and the history of Israeli atrocities prove this. No wonder America loves them. America, who has dropped around 46 bombs per day since 2001, Trump dropping about 121 bombs a day early on in his reign, including the biggest non-nuclear bomb of all time on Afghanistan, another immoral war. This is what apparently it takes to make America great. In their presidencies, Bush dropped around 70,000, Obama, the Nobel Prize winner, dropped about 100,000 bombs. And this continues regardless of whether there's officially a war or not. So it's pretty obvious that us pathetic sheeple are not in control of anything. And the worst thing is 80% of the casualties here are not even identified. So you can vote all you want, it won't make any difference. All this in and amongst economic hitmen, lies, slander, threats, bullying, spying, and much more. The USA even recruited Nazis after World War II. This is like the Roman Empire and Julius Caesar, where genocide and torture were merely political tools. America took over from England, who also supports Israel and also claims to be great, like Great Britain. Them who sailed around the world in the 15th century, destroying every culture they could possibly find. And its royal reptilians flaunted and plundered gold and jewels and various artifacts for all us pathetic sheeple to see, and we praised and worshipped them. And we looked at the devastated victims as savages not worthy of compassion, just like how Israel feels about the Palestinians. Nazi Germany, racist France, racist Australia, we're all happy to follow America in this evil attack on Palestine. Not that they're perfect, but they're innocent in this situation. They're like-minded, and all these countries are happy to support evil around. And thus sheeple will be arrested in any of these countries if we try and protest in favour of Palestine, which is our right or wrong, we're allowed to say. Not that protests do any good anyway. I mean, for example, the millions of decent sheeple that protested against George W. Bush's immoral invasion of Iraq were given almost no media coverage, and it would have made and if it had have given them any coverage, it would have just made them out to be a big bunch of unruly troublemakers. Now it's illegal to even try and protest. Mainstream media continues to lie via omission and censorship, or just blatantly inverting the truth about the true cause of the Israel-Palestine war, Ukraine and Russian war conflicts as well. And way too many sheeple believe every single word the mainstream media whores say, with agendas like the climate change nonsense and the COVID rubbish. Many sheeple will say things like, "We trust the science." They most certainly, definitely do not trust the science. They trust their TV. Almost nobody would give a damn about either of these, any conflict, if the TV didn't tell you to. Do you know where all those bombs I mentioned earlier, do you know where they were dropped and how many people died and who were the victims? I mean, of course you don't. I mean, I don't know either. But if we get into some legitimate alternate media, maybe we can find out if we care to do so. This Israel and Palestine conflict looks like another attempt by our evil globalist elites to start World War III and another great reset. Between war and the climate change nonsense and the scamdemic and digital currencies and surveillance and more, our current way of life does not stand a chance. Your own governments, or those controlling your governments, have sold you out a long time ago. They want the West to fall, and we deserve it. Everyone is to live in equal poverty. This is not the result of bad decisions and mismanagement. It's very important. Not the result of bad decisions and mismanagement. This is incredible management, amazing long-term, cold, calculated planning on behalf of the elites. We are farm animals, and the apparent hell that so many live in is how it's supposed to be. Our world is exceptionally well managed from the point of view of these evil elites who control it. These farmers of ours harvest everything they want, whether it's adrenochrome, organs, sacrifices, anything. A planet of absolute abundance, yet so many go without even their basic needs. This is incredible. As I said, please check me out on BitChute or Rumble, where I'm not censored. And the moonlight fades with the morning glow. Good night, sheeple.